And there she is. Every time I pick it up, it's raining. Awesome. I don't know what it is. Every time I pick this car up from this shop, it is raining. I can never have any fun when I leave here. But at least I know the car's fixed. She's running like a champ. Even though I haven't confirmed that driving it yet, but I will in a second. But gotta go home. We're gonna drop this off. The family and I are gonna go grab something to eat, and I will talk to you about what happened with the car and what's going on. But first, let's get going. Oh yeah, this feels amazing. She's back and better than ever. Alright guys, so it's a couple days later. I just didn't want to film in the rain or the crappy weather, so I waited for a day to finish this up, and we're going to go take the car for a spin. We're going to talk about what's going on with it, and maybe some future mods. And of course we got that glorious cold start. Yeah, that's nice. And I actually came out in cloudy, windy, cold, 40-degree weather to wash it because it just looked absolutely horrible. And obviously now, yeah, nice. Is a lot better than it used to be, man. All right, so the car is running amazingly. I could not be happier. I was both right and wrong about what was going on. There was a wheel bearing issue with the car. I thought it was the passenger side, where when I got it to Southern Stables, they said it was actually the driver's side. So the driver's side wheel bearings were bad. Obviously with these cars, you can't just replace the wheel bearings. You got to replace the entire hub assembly, which I guess in essence is probably easier than replacing the wheel bearing itself. Now it's not something I would normally take the car to the shop for. It is a fairly easy repair, but all my tools are still packed up. The house is a disaster. The garage is a wreck, and it's just not an ideal time for me to do any work. Of course, there was a secondary problem with the car. As soon as I went to take it out of the driveway to take it and have the wheel bearings replaced or looked at, there was a real bad squealing coming out from under the hood. I kind of had a sense that it was probably going to be a belt, and it was. We have all kind of problems with the belts under the hood of this car. But before I dive too far into what's going on under the hood, I want to do a selfish plug, and that is I started a second channel. I love movies as much as I love cars, so I did another movie channel. It's got movie news of upcoming films, what's coming up in the theaters, what's coming out on TV, reviews on the shows and movies. I mean, basically anything movie related is what I'm going to cover. So I'm going to leave the link of that down in the description below. Please go check that out. Hit the subscribe button. Follow me there if you're into movies, TV shows, all that stuff. Just go check it out. All right, so as far as what's going on under here, as soon as I pulled the car out of the driveway to take it to the shop to address the wheel bearing issue, we had a nasty squeal coming out from under the hood. So what ended up being is the blower belt itself. It was dry rotted, it was cracked in multiple places, it was stretched out, it was just having all kind of issues. So while it was there, they replaced the blower belt, and since the car is essentially 12 years old, although it only has 34,000 miles, I mean, belts are rubber, they're going to dry rot, they're going to crack. That had to be replaced, and while we were here, we took care of the belt down there as well. So that was addressed, and so now everything under the hood is good to go. It's feeling peppy again. It just didn't have that spunk to it anymore. It kind of felt like it was dragging a little bit, and I guess in a weird way it was, between the wheel bearings going up and causing drag, and then the belt slipping a little bit. You know, it just wasn't up to par, but now, yes, we're good to go. Alright, so now the car is back. It's running better than ever. The only issue now I have is traction again, because it is cold as crap out here. I mean, it's January, so what do you expect? And we're in Pennsylvania, so I think the high today was 38 degrees, and 38 degrees and 550 horsepower tires doesn't go over too well. So yeah, traction not fun, even with traction control. And I know somebody commented down below in one of my videos where I was complaining about traction, and they're like, oh, you're driving around with traction control off. The traction control on these cars are so primitive that it doesn't matter if it's on or off. Even with it on, it breaks the tires loose just as easy. Doesn't matter. So now, I also told you I was going to talk about future mods, and that's what we're going to do. We got a couple more things planned for this car. Now, one of which is a fairly simple mod that I'm not really needing to do right now because it is winter and it's cold out, so it's not really going to do much for the car. But I can put it on just for the hell of putting it on if that's what you want. But there is one mod that I've been sitting on for a while, and I have been dying to put this on. The problem is I haven't had the garage space to do it this entire time. Believe it or not, I've been sitting on this thing for probably 2 months. Haven't put it on, and I've been dying for it, but the weather's cold. I need a garage because I have to get under the car, and it's going to be a couple hours to put this thing in. So now that I actually have a garage, once I clean it up and I can get the space, I'm going to put a heater in the garage. It's getting insulated. We're going to put another mod in here that's going to change the way this car drives completely. So what I need from you, should I tell you now? No, I'm not going to tell you now. I want 100 likes on this video first, because I think that's pretty easy to do. I think 100 likes on this video will be absolutely easy, and when you do, I will let you know what both of those mods are going to be, and then we'll get right on them, because I am this close to getting that garage finished. So the rest of the house is being painted, the garage is next, and then we can get the sucker in there and do some work. Now I'm losing daylight. It is cold out here. I want to go inside, grab a coffee, warm up, but I need you to drop a like on this video. Please hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next upload.